Well, that's how you cash in. You don't want to waste any time after the turnover. Go at it right away.
Curry dishes to Davis.
So what's up, y'all? It's your friendly neighborhood commentator, Dreadsilver, and we're at part 2 right here. And we're already getting crazy with these dunks that I ended off on. Anthony Davis going ham. But in this video, I think I'm gonna chill out a little bit. The game slows down just a bit, and I think I want to explain my thought process for some of my plays, some of my defense and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So as you see, David Lee's in the game. I'm kind of frustrated with him a lot, and the thing is that I try to feed him the ball a lot, try to get him some buckets because I'm trying to get his trade value up, you know? If trade value is all based on pretty much potential and how good they are and their stats for the season. So if their stats are low like David Lee's is right now from being injured, I can't really get him to any team, you know what I mean? So right here, I try to give Tyson Chandler some room. I don't think he's going to even do anything on me, and we end up playing some pretty good defense for this whole, I think almost pretty much 2:24-second shot clocks. It's really crazy, and I can't do anything about it. I get a block right here, but we can't get defensive rebounds. That's my main problem, you know? If you don't get a players on your team who are incredible rebounders, you're not going to do well if you're not getting rebounds like that, no matter how many buckets you're making, how good defense you're playing, because rebounds are one of the most important parts. And look at this, all this work, get another rebound and ends up with a foul of Tyson Chandler, you know? I played some perfect defense right there. But by the way, tell me if you like this type of video, because if you don't really like this type of video, me trying to explain my thought process, you know, let me know. Hit me up in the comments and I'll go back to my old style. But so I'm coming down with Curry, trying to run a play right here, and when they're making buckets on me, I try this Knicks 12 over play, you know, because I always get a open man 9 times out of 10. I drain that shot with J.R. Smith on red, you know. He's pretty nice, especially when he's on fire, and I got him on fire a couple times this game. And look at me, I put him in a metal core for the first time in the game, throws the ball away. Thankfully he gets it back, and I get a nice bucket with Perry Jones III. A little reverse right there. So I try to run this double screen, try to get open Curry. It's not really working. I don't really see anyone open either, but I see Perry Jones at the top of the key right here, and I just try to jab step a couple times, trying to switch to the D because the defense keeps switching on me, and I get a nice open dunk or not even open, pretty much a contact dunk on 2 of their players, but I had an open lane for a second, you know? And there I go, feeding David Lee again because I'm trying to get these buckets, and look at that, just get destroyed by Amar'e. That was a mistake, but I see Amar'e shouldn't be dribbling the ball, so I get a nice dunk with Curry getting up, man. It always hypes me up a little bit when I see Curry dunking, you know? Because he's actually, I've probably only seen him dunk maybe once or twice in real life. I don't watch enough Golden State Warriors games to see him dunk like that. So I try to give Kenyon Martin a lot of space right here, but he just destroys all my teammates right there. I don't know, like I was talking about in the last video, I don't know if Kenyon Martin's gotten a lot better or what in this game, or they just, I don't know. I felt like he had no more potential to get better. And look, I feed David Lee again, get immediately stripped, and they get a nice dunk on me right there. So at this point, I'm pretty mad. David Lee's coming out the game, you know? He's coming out the game soon, and I'm probably, stay tuned soon for me to trade him. And check these plays after open threes I'm missing, throwing the ball over people's legs, you know? It's just going downhill, and finally New York takes the lead after me going ham this first half, and actually third quarter too. I try to end it off, trying to get a little too fancy with this Anthony Davis alley-oop, but I miss it. And that's actually my biggest problem, because when I got leads like that, I just like to show off a little bit. And when you're throwing alley-oops, be sure to not throw alley-oops whenever someone's standing in the paint. Only throw alley-oops when people are trailing. I'm not trailing, when people are backpedaling or turned away from you. Because when they're just standing in the paint, they know that you're about to throw it, and they easily block it, especially if it's an athletic player like Tyson Chandler. So I just drained that that jumper with Austin Rivers. That's his actually his mid-range jumper isn't that nice, as nice as I expected to, but I get a rip with Anthony Davis, get a nice easy dunk with Austin Rivers. Dunking on people, man. But yeah, sadly Austin Rivers' mid-range isn't like I want it to be, but you know, they gotta give you some room to work with, you know? I gotta build up my players. I can't just expect my players to be so great. And when y'all run these plays, man, don't go exactly with the play. See what's open, see what's there, and you see me feed it to Wesley Matthews, and I'm dunking all over Tyson Chandler's back. And once again, this is a defensive player of the year. I love Tyson Chandler in real life, but in this game, he gets on my nerves a little bit. So you saw me try to pass to the trailing man, Anthony Davis. It wasn't working. I tried to go for a bucket, but I decided that I should just get in the post, and I get blocked right there, you know. And see what happens on the block. I play perfect defense, but I get a Bill Walker 3 drained in my face. So we're down by 3 at this point, 4th quarter. It's not the time you like being down. I actually hate being down when it comes to 4th quarter, because it's like the worst time. It means that like the other team learns stuff about you to be able to come back on you. And once again, y'all, like, another reason you play on these 12-minute or long quarters is so you can understand the patterns of these teams, like their play patterns. You see me get a nice alley-oop, Austin Rivers and Wesley Matthews. It was a pretty risky play, but I just went for it because I feel fancy, you know. But when you play long games, you're able to see like the patterns. You see them use the same like 5 plays over and over again. So that's how you get more and more steals. I know who they're gonna pass it to, and I just get buckets like that, random easy buckets. Another fail alley-oop. So I feed into Bogut right there, wide open, but he misses a layup. I don't know why my big men always do that. I still have yet to figure that out. But I chase down Iman Shumpert, get a nice block on him, and we're coming right back. I feed J.R. Smith, excuse me, and check me out with Anthony Davis, using my players as a screen, and just get a nice contact dunk over Carmelo. Just lift it off a little. Oh, let me help you up, Melo. Let me help you up, man. I feel kind of bad for just springboarding off your body like that, and then dunking on your boy Shumpert. Anthony Davis is ridiculous, man. He be doing the most stupidest stuff when I be using him sometimes, but his highlight dunks are crazy. And you see Amar'e just go through me with that up and under move. That move is real cheesy with the computers, man. You can't stop it. Stuff like that you gotta account for. It's gonna happen when you're playing these high difficulties. So I get a 3 with JR. I knew that's wet. He was wide open, and I don't know, man. JR's so nice in the 3-point line. So I'm on the fast break once again. You know I'm trying to go for alley-oop, but it ends up being a behind-the-back pass from J.R. Smith to Anthony Davis. Pretty nice. I did want the alley-oop. Sometimes when they know alley-oop's not going to work, like all these times, all these fails right here, because I'm trying to be too fancy, they'll throw a fancy pass. And it's pretty cool. I like that addition because I didn't really see that as much in 2K11. It's pretty awesome that the computer will help you like that. So it's coming down to it. 2 minutes to go, and Melo's just going ham. The whole Knicks team is going crazy. I don't know what it is. Melo's offensive clutchness just goes up. And check Tyson Chandler's defensive clutchness. Come out of nowhere with a swat. And they're on the break once again. Tony Douglas passes to Carmelo Anthony, fakes me on the 3-point line, and just takes that contact and hits an and one. This is ridiculous, man. Out of all this work I put in, in the first part of this game, y'all see me just cracking at this point. So I'm down by 2 with Curry, and I just throw the ball away, throw it off Melo's leg, and they're on the break once again. I give Shumpert an easy layup, down by 4, 2 minutes to go, and I feed Curry. So I know at this point, like, I need a pretty decent bucket right here. And this is probably not the best move to do, but I go for the spin move because I know the spin move just goes through players in traffic. Like, if it's not working, if you see it's not going to be a dunk, or you see you're just going to get hit on it, you can pass it off the spin move or do a fake. Then I hit a 3 with JR, wide open. He's been hot the whole game, and we're back in this, down by 1. And just take an easy shot with Curry, you know? Whenever the game's on the line like that, take your easiest high percentage shot, and this game's over. With that Curry shot and these fouls on me, I realized that I can just give them the 2, and I can get fouled again and just take the win. So I give them the 2, and they actually miss it, and that's game. So I wouldn't say I played great. Actually, I would say I played some decent defense on this team, but their offensive boards were crazy. Carmelo Anthony's an offensive monster, but check out my stats, y'all. Everyone was stepping up. Perry Jones III, JR, Anthony Davis, Stephen Curry. He was turning into more of a combo guard, getting all these buckets instead of all these assists. And I was just frustrated in David Lee really this game, you know? I gave him a good amount of minutes and he didn't really have anything to show for it except some rebounds. But another team, look at all the offense, all the rebounds they got. That's what killed me. Like, we forced a lot of turnovers, which is good, but this is your friendly neighborhood commentator, and I'm out, y'all. Hope this helped.